Good night, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome again to my channel, Jamaican African Travels. Bless up to all my African family. Welcome back. My topic tonight is Africa. African continent is on the rise. And the reason why I'm saying this is that African continent is the only continent that have a realist economic going on right now. The rest of the continent is artificial because all they are doing is borrowing and printing money. And yet they're saying their economic is growing. I am not an economics to see that that doesn't make sense to me. Because if you are not producing or you're growing. So the African continent is on the rise. I am proud to be an African. I am proud to be in Africa. That I can be a part of that growth. Because I have my little investment starting up very soon because I don't want to left behind. So I'm calling up on my fellow African people over in the West. If you have your capital, bring it over here. Come and invest. Don't let the rest of the nation, the Japanese, the Chinese, the European or the white people or the Indian, them take up all the opportunity and you will leave out of it. If it's even in the stock market, come and invest. Because I know many of you, some of you have money, can invest, but you are afraid because of the misinformation that you get about the African continent. But the African people are good people. They are friendly. And trust me, you are in safe hand. Whatever help you need, you will get help. So as long as you have your capital, come and invest. Because I'm telling you, in the near future, the African continent will be the economic hub of the world. So don't left behind. Come, don't afraid. And I know many of you saying you're working over in the West, especially in some of these big developing countries, that you're working towards your pension. But I'm telling you, try have a backup plan because what I see going on, you might not even get any pension because they might have to use up that same pension money that you're saving into to run their economic. So have a backup plan that if you lose your pension, you still can survive. This is my advice to you. And the next thing I'm asking the black people over there, it's tax season, return tax, save your money, don't waste it. Because what I see down the road coming, because enough of you don't even see it. And I'm calling upon all my African leaders right now. There are going to be a lot of investors coming in Africa. And I don't only want you to tell them to come and invest. But when they come here, make sure the people that going to work in this company, they are well paid. Don't let them come and slave the people for little or nothing. And I'm asking all the African leaders on this continent to start to build up training center to educate and to teach our young people skills that when all these jobs come, they are ready and able to take up this job. So we need to look out for the young people. It's just recently I met one university student. He said like a couple months he will be graduating from university. And his plan is to migrate to the United States. And I said to him, I would encourage you, do not leave the continent. Because the continent needs bright people like you. And for years, these young people migrating and leave our country to brain drain. And again, he said he's going to take my advice. I don't know if he will, but I point it out to him, telling, we really need you. And I'm calling upon these African leaders, do everything that in your power to stop these young bright people from leaving. If we don't have these young bright people, what kind of future the continent going to have? We need to invest in our young people. I don't know, many of you get money to borrow and educate yourself. And why can't you just have the little conscience to realize that is these poor people tax money I borrow and go and educate myself that I can achieve something. So why can't you give back something or look out for these people and do something to help them that they can come out of their predicament that they are in? Do something now for the poor people. A country is like a company. All of us is the shareholder. And we don't only want is only management and workers or their close associate benefit from the company. We need all the shareholders, so it's time the ordinary people, they need their dividends. So do more for these people. If we build in the community need better road. So I'm calling up people, remember the poor people. And you know, it's only recently I see some of our kids, our students, going to Ukraine to study, and we hear about the racial bias that treated and out to them. And I saying to myself, why are these students going all the way to Europe to study? Is our education is not good enough, or is it too expensive? If it's too expensive, why can't we subsidize education, let it be more affordable that these kids can stay in the continent and study? Or if it's not good enough, why we don't get competent people to teach these youth these students that they accomplish? When we send them to these white people university, what do you think they're going to teach them? To teach them to come and oppress us like what they're doing to us all this year. It is time for us to keep our students in the country. We don't want to brain drain our country or the continent anymore. We need the young people, let them stay here. I'm going to give you an advice. Tax all these big corporate companies 3% of their profit and put towards education, and let these kids can stay here and study and achieve a better life. Then they have to be running all over the place, because even by them leaving the country, it put in a pressure upon the dollar as well, because for them to buy up the US dollars or the pound or the euro, it causes a run on the dollar, and it end up cause the people them to get more poorer. So keep the student them here, subsidize education, make more people can achieve, let them eat piece of the pie like you guys. It is time, because these young people are the men and the women of tomorrow, and we cannot afford for them to leave the continent. As I said, the continent going to be the financial, the economic hub of the world. So we want them here. Because I know and I believe in our black people, we have the competent, we have the skill, and we have the determination to achieve anything that we want. And once we put our hand and our mind and heart together, we will achieve it. Because I'm so proud that the African continent is on the rise again to take our rightful place in this world, because we supposed to be the leader of this world, but you know how it goes. So people, until next time, thank you very much. Asante sana.